Hi friends, welcome back to the big joy of learning with Bijoy ji. When we work with worksheets, we assume that the data we work with is in the form of a data table. Now, what is a data table? A data table is a table in which data in the cells are organized in some useful informative manner. The table will have a name which represents the content of the table, column headers which represents the type of data in each column, and with similar type of data in it, and each row will represent data in relation to each other. For instance, the table in our example has the data of items used in a business. The table name is item master. It has columns with name, serial number, item code, item name, item type, unit and barcode. Each row has data of the individual items. Row wise, the data is related to each other. Means, row with serial number 1 represents the code, name, type, unit and barcode of Apple. Similarly, the next row for orange and so on. Hope the concept of the data table is clear now. Lookup function looks through a sorted row or column for a key value and returns the value of the cell in the result range located in the same position as search row or column. Here, please note that the range on which we search the value should be sorted. Otherwise, the lookup function returns wrong results. The syntax for the lookup function is lookup, search key, search range, and lastly the result range as an optional parameter. Here, the search key is the value to search for in the row or column. The search key has to be found in the first column or row of the search range. Lookup function works with 2 parameters and with 3 parameters, means the third parameter is optional. When the function is used with 2 parameters, the search range and the result range are considered the same. In this case, the value returned will be of the last column or row of the range. In the second case, where the result range is given as separate parameter, the search is done with the first column or row of the search range and return value will be from the result range column or row. Here, the result range should be single row or column. Please note that in both the cases, the search key searches value only from the first column or row of the search range. Let us see how this works with some data. Here, I have some data with item details of fruits and vegetables. I am trying to get the rate of items as per serial number in the first example with 2 parameters and as per item code in the second example with 3 parameters. Before we jump into the example, let me try to explain to you the second parameter search range, or rather the search result array. An array is a collection of similar data elements stored in the computer memory. It is the simplest data structure where each data element can be accessed directly by only using its index number. So, here the data in the search range is the search result array. Hope I didn't confuse you with too many technicalities. Coming back to our example, as mentioned earlier, one method of using lookup is to provide a single row or column search range to look through for the search with the third argument as the result range. The other way is to combine these 2 arguments into search range or search result array, where the first row or column is searched and the value is returned from the last row or column in the array. When we use the method with 3 parameters, the result range, which is the optional parameter, is the range from which to return a result. The value returned corresponding to the location where the search key is found in the search range. This range must be only a single column or row and should not be used if using the search result array method. Don't worry, things will be clear when we walk through the example. We will see the example of lookup function with 3 parameters first and then look into the one with 2 parameters. Here in this function, lookup h5 b2 to f9, f2 to f9, we are looking for the value in the cell f5 in the range b2 to f9, which is the search range, and return the corresponding value in the range f2 to f9, which has the rate of the items. Since we are searching in the range with B column in the start, the search key, that is the data we are searching for, has to be the item code because column B is the item code. Since we have the third parameter for the result range, we understand that the returned value is the corresponding rate of the item. Now, when we give the item code as V0001, we get the rate for the item carrot. When we change the search key to F0003, we get the rate for item banana. Hope this is clear. Now, coming to the lookup function with only 2 parameters. Here, the function assumes that the last column in the search array is the search column. Since our search range is A2 to F9, it will return the rate of the item. Since we have given the search range from column A, the expected key for search should be the serial number. We will change the search range to A2 to E9 and see the change in the result. We can see the function returns the unit of the item because column E is considered as the result range. Try with some other data and examples to be thorough with the function. There are some disadvantages with the lookup function which makes this function not usable in certain situations. We will discuss these in our next session and see how VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP can overcome these. This is Bijoy signing off for now. We will catch up with some helpful, interesting topics in our next session soon. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do it now and press on the bell icon to get notified on new releases. If you feel the content of the video is useful to you, please do not forget to like, comment and share it with your friends and family. Thank you for your time and have a big joy of learning.